figure out what was going on. She was upset. And when I finally got up there, they were revamping the whole store. Oh, I went in. I picked up one item and left. I didn't even finish shopping. It was a huge mess. I had no idea they were doing that. But they were tearing every aisle down and redoing the whole store. And now the $5 items or whatever are going to be mixed with the dollar items. So y'all be careful. I didn't know they were going to do that. I try to keep up with that kind of stuff by watching videos, but I had not seen any videos on that. So anyway, I'm in East Texas, and that's what they're doing with our dollar stores here in my town. But a lady had the line held up because her price was too high, and she was trying to figure out why her price was too high. And come to find out, she picked up a tube of toothpaste that used to be $1 and then $1.25, and it's now $5. Y'all, it went up to $5. So I told the lady, I paid for my one item, and I told the lady, I said, I won't be shopping here much anymore. I said, there's a few things that are still $1 that I use, and I'll come and get those items. And I said, but I really think this company is going to hurt their business. I said, because I had quit shopping at our Dollar General because it was further away from where I live. But I'll be driving there because they still have a lot of dollar items, not $1.25, but dollar items. And I was, I wasn't being rude or anything. I was just talking to the cashier. She was an older lady. I don't know if maybe my age, close to it probably. Usually they have really young girls in there cashiering. But anyway, she said she agreed that she really thought that the company was going to hurt their business. But I don't know, some of you men probably don't pay no attention, but some of you ladies do. But there's a lot of YouTube videos that I watched several weeks back about this change, but I didn't see any about revamping the whole store. But now they're going to mix all the items up. I wonder what the point in that is. Instead of, they had them all on one aisle, which was nice. I didn't even go down the aisle because I knew I wasn't going to buy it. I knew I wasn't going to pay that at a Dollar Tree. I do see a lot of the, when I do go and I look down the aisle when I go by, but I don't walk down it. But I see a lot of the crafters and people like, buying seasonal things for decorations. Which if you're, into that, $5, that's a cheap price. Way cheaper than a lot of, the big name stores that sell those kinds of things. But you probably don't get as good of quality on some of those items. They're probably not made as well. But just my opinion, which ain't worth a cent, I don't believe their cost on that stuff has gone up that much. I don't believe it. I do not believe it for 1 second, as a lot of the stuff. Now, some stuff I've kind of researched, and I could see where some things have gone up because of what it's costing the people they're getting it from. But it's all, to me, marked up ridiculous. I don't know how families make it. I think about how hard it was for me just having one child. single and one child after my divorce to, buy food and feed him like he needed to be fed and wanted it. He eat a lot, which most boys do, And I'm so grateful, and I've said this in other videos, because a lot of his friends, basketball and such, wanted to hang out at our house and play video games. That was fine with me. But their grandparents and such knew I was a single mom and knew it was costing me to feed those boys. So they would bring like 72 packs of cheese. And of course, you could buy hamburger cheap back then. 80 something cents a pound maybe back then. And so there was a Save a Lot here in our town. And me and my cousin, he's 73, we were talking about that store the other day. And even when my son turned 18 and started trying to like buy his own food and do stuff, he would go there to shop because it was so much cheaper. I mean, it was cheap. So I always even thought back then, and my son's 47 now, if that store could sell that food that cheap, and it was some of the brands that was in the other stores could have been selling it that cheap too. So this price thing is not something that's just come about. It's always been here, but it's to the extreme, I think, now, so more people are noticing it. But I've always been a penny pincher, and what? Because I had to. To provide for my son the things that I wanted him to have, And I did okay. I did good. I did without. But it's just the way I was raised. You didn't buy a lot of extra. You got what you needed. And that's just how it was. So I never felt deprived or anything like that. And some of y'all know what I'm talking about. You had flip-flops or sandals, and you had a pair of dress shoes, and you had a pair of play shoes. And the same went for clothes. You had a few dresses or things to wear to church. When we went on vacation in the summer, I was always so excited because we'd get to buy 2 or 3 new like short sets to wear, or sundresses or something. We'd get to go shopping and buy that stuff. But a lot of my clothes I wore growing up was homemade. My mama sewed, my aunt sewed, everybody sewed, and they made our clothes. And that was fine. Some of the tops that I see, my granddaughter's going on 24, and some of the blouse tops that she wears, I wished I had some of my old stuff back that my aunt made me, because she would love it. It's because it's back in style, But we're at the church. Thanks for riding along with me, listening to me vent about the Dollar Tree prices. But y'all, I don't even go to the store and buy meat. Whatever meat I get at these y'all can bitch about it, raise hell, cuss me out, whatever y'all want to do. I say that God provides for me. I'm a human being in a fleshly body, but my spirit is saved by the death of Jesus Christ. And you can judge me and say whatever you want to. But you know what? God gave me a sound mind and a mouth and a voice. And when you get saved, you're supposed to use it for His honor. And people cut me down for coming to these, telling me I ought to be ashamed and blah, blah, blah. You know what? I write it in the comments. Y'all go back and read the comments. God provides this food for me and all these people that are here. Now, that's how I look at it. So it just depends if you're on the left or if you're on the right of the conversation, so to speak. God provides it for me and for all the people that I help with the extra food that I get that I don't need, because all that food goes somewhere to help somebody. I can guarantee you that. And I'm not on here to prove anything or to prove to prove, I'm trying to think of the right word, to prove that I do the right thing, to prove that I rehome this food to people that need it. I'm not here, I don't breathe every day to prove anything to anybody. I'm here every day as a Christian to witness as a Christian. And I know I'm hardcore and I speak too hard for a lot of y'all, but you know what? Sometimes you got to speak hard to get somebody's attention. Just like children. You can just say something to one child and that's all you got to do. But you got to take the belt to the other child, or you got to put them in the corner, or you got to put them on the timeout stool, you know, or whatever means of discipline. My son stood in the corner with his nose in the corner. Buddy, that worked for him. That worked for him. If he had to stand in that corner for 4 or 5 minutes and not be able to speak, that broke his heart. So, you find whatever discipline works for your child. I don't believe in child abuse or any kind of abuse, spousal abuse, elderly abuse. I don't believe in any of it. But correcting a child, which is a whole nother subject, to me is not abuse. But anyway, I'm fixing to go in here and get my food that God has provided for me. So if y'all want to leave a negative comment, go ahead and leave one, because every time y'all do, I put your name on my prayer list. And until I take my last breath, I pray for y'all. So I may never know how many of these people changed their mind, but I do believe some will. I do believe some will. But we all have different gifts and talents, and I believe God wants us to use them. So anyway, I'll be back shortly. Well, I waited 45 minutes and now we're about to pick our food up. I got to do a couple of errands and then I got to get home and take the pups for a walk. I'm waiting for the rain and the cool air. We're supposed to be having thunderstorms and a cold front come in later. Okie dokie. We're off to see the wizard. There was a man in front of me that was from Nigeria, and he did not speak English. And they put your sacks in a bin when you go through the line. And he was really nice. He kept pulling my pans down the line for me. I was trying to help them to understand he didn't speak English. I heard the lady out front said he only speaks Spanish. So I don't know what language they speak over there, y'all. I've never even thought about it. But anyway, it was his first time to come here to this food pantry, and there was several new people, like always. But I waited to 30 minutes before closing, and they should have been closed 30-something minutes ago, and there was still people behind me when I was leaving. So those ladies that I were talking to, they were very tired. I told them I hope they go home and have a good lunch and take a good nap. And they said they sure needed it. 2 or 3 of them said the wrong things to me, like wrong numbers and such as that. And I said, y'all are tired, aren't you? And they're like, yes. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I really was. It kind of made me feel bad. They were exhausted. They had been there all morning. Anyway, I'm going to do some errands and I'm going to show y'all what we got when we get home. Okay guys, this is our food bank haul for today. We got Pilgrim's whole chicken. We got a bag of Great Northern beans. We got oatmeal. Y'all, these dried cherries are the best. And they're shelf stable for a long time, and that's awesome. But these are really good. Peanut butter. This brand of peanut butter I really like. Some of those peanut butters, they don't have a lot of flavor, but I eat them. But this one has a lot of flavor. I really like this one. We got potatoes. We got corn. We got peas. We got peaches. We got a cinnamon crumb cake. Y'all look at that. $7.99. It's been in the freezer. I'm going to try to cut it into pieces and put it back in the freezer. Y'all know I do that because it's only me. And that way if I need a slice or if I have company, I can take a piece out. We got plums. These are delicious. I love these. We got beef pasta. We got egg noodles. It's getting that time of year to do casseroles and stuff with those soups and casseroles. Those are good in homemade chicken noodle soup. We got a bag of rice. We got cereal. We got, what is this? French bread. French bread. We got a bag of Parmesan shredded cheese. And we got 2 bags of really beautiful jalapeno peppers. I may have to roast some of those up and put them in the freezer so I can take them out and put them in my casseroles and stuff for the winter. But anyway, this is our, we got a half a gallon of milk. I don't think I said that. I'll probably put that out in the freezer because I got some milk in the icebox right now. But this is our food bank haul for today. I thank y'all for riding along with me. Go out and do one thing nice today for somebody. Walk over and do something, take something to your neighbor, or do something nice. Pick up sticks out of their yard, or if you bake something, take them a piece of it. There is always something that we can do. I met one of my neighbors back here a few weeks ago. She's on the dead end road off of my road. I don't see those people very much because they turn to go to their house before they get to my house. But I met her a few weeks ago, and we've become friends. And I've been sharing some of this stuff with her, some of this stuff that I give away. There's been a few people that were supposed to come by and get some of this food that I had multiples of, and they didn't come. And she came down one day and I offered it to her. So now I found somebody new to share it with. And she was very appreciative. Very appreciative. She took a big bag of onions and some other stuff. So I'm happy I met her and that she's as happy about free food as I am. Because some people are too picky for their own good. Anyway, y'all be blessed. Know you're loved. Jesus loves you more, and we'll see y'all on the next adventure.